the weekends, I get on pretty early. I'm on at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I post the vast majority of my breaks with a video, and I drop the teams in that when I post the video. That's typically how I do it. But you know, I'm on a lot on the weekends. We do more than a couple breaks on Saturday and Sunday. That's for certain. We usually do a couple in the morning, maybe sometimes 3, and then we do 2 at night. So that's just kind of how you'll have a chance, I'm sure, at some point. Peyton Manning, Dan Fouts, Eli Manning, Tim Brown. On the refractor, it is a Tyler Guyton for the Cowboys. For the Seahawks, it's a Steve Largent out of 399, Eric All Jr., and Amarius Mims for the Bengals. And the rule of thumb in here is, you guys, if I can get it for less, you get it for less. That's just how it works every time. If I get a box for less than what it's going for, if I get lucky or something, that's factored in when you guys get into a break. I don't go, oh, by the way, this is the going price, and I can do this. I don't do that. All right, brother. I'm around a bit. Anybody wondering, that break at the bottom, I see people going into the shop. That's for tonight at 6:30. Terry Bradshaw, Steve Largent, Aaron Donald, Maurice Jones-Drew, Mr. Heelborn, where you been at, dog? Jerry Rice, Glimmer and Gleam. That's Boomer for the Bengals. Bengals don't hardly ever get any love. There you go, Eric. Cade Stover and Jared Wiley. And I'm just putting these up here because I need to build my wall, and this is the first thing we're opening. So they're just going up there to solidify the rest of the stuff we pull. You tell them, Chris Saxon. You tell them. Anything we do today, Saturday or Sunday, will all go out together on Monday. So you can save yourself some packages there. Terrell Davis, Anthony Munoz, Jim McMahon, Andre Reed. For the Chargers, Lad McConkey on the Voltaic. Sua Matia for the Chiefs. Alt and Malik Neighbors for the G-Men. Will we get an auto this time? Will we get an auto? I wonder. Get in there, Malik. Don't give me a hard time, dog. All right, lad, you want to be a hindrance? That's fine. You're going to get top loaded whether you like it or not. Appreciate those likes, brother. All right, we got 2 packs of this left. And then we'll get into that optic. CJ Stroud, Torrey Holt, Rob Gronkowski, and Michael Strahan. For the Eagles, refractor, Jason Kelsey. For the pack, Antonio Freeman. That's nice. Cooper DeJean and Bucky Irving. Good pack. Now give us an auto to top it all off. Okay. Here, Steve, you come on down here. Maybe we'll get an auto. You got your boy, Chris Saxon. Boy, well, I know you probably got that a while ago, but wasn't that Kelsey auto sick, Chris Saxon? I sat there and looked at. Sometimes when I'm sorting y'all's cards, when I see a certain card, I sit there and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh man. Every once in a while. Donovan McNabb, Troy Polamalu, Doug Williams, Eric Dickerson, Circuit Breakers, Jonathan Brooks for the Panthers, and for the Browns, Joe Thomas, no auto this time, Jaden Daniels, though, and Junior Colson. Your boy Joe Thomas, Bethany. It's your boy. Look at him. About to biggie boy somebody. He's about to take somebody out. Let's do the optic, and then we'll just have hobbies. I think the right way to do it is signature, resurgence, and midnight. So that's how we're going to do it. Sconald. McStashery. Optic. Time. Yeah, see? That's empty as empty can be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Joe Mixon, Gardner Minshew, Quentin Johnston, Michael Mayer. For the Falcons, Braylon Trice, Tavondre Sweat, and a Fred Warner. That's different. We'll just keep opening it. Sconald, we just started ripping this one, and then I posted tonight's. I'll probably get back on around 6:30. Well, normal time anyways. But I imagine the big McGillis probably aren't in there for tonight right now. More than likely, they're probably gone. I don't know though. J.C. Horn, Trevor Lawrence, Darius Slayton, Kendre Miller, Tyler Nubin for the G-Men, Tip, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Also, when we do tonight's, I'll probably, whenever that one fills, I'll go ahead and drop tomorrow morning's as well. I haven't I do kind of know what we're going to do. I take that back. I know what we're going to do in the morning. Jerome Ford, Zay Jones, Jabril Peppers, Jacoby Brissett. For the Chargers, Joseph Alt, Blake Corum, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. There's a Ram. There's one. Thank you, Scotty. I hope there was somebody decent in there for you. James Cook, Kobe Turner, Matt Stafford. Oh, I didn't realize it. Patch. Ray Davis for the Bills going to Scoot. Kamani Vidal on the silver for the Chargers. Nate Wiggins and Jaheim Bell. Nice little patch here. We'll take that. Scoot. We ain't mad at that. And we'll take care of Nate while we're at it, too. It's just so you know, the majority of this weekend, there will be retail sprinkled in, but I'm going to do my very best to get as much hobby action in as we can. That's the plan this weekend. You might see a mega here or there, but I'm going to try to squeeze in as much just us breaking hobby, kind of like this. Surtain, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill. Ooh, a little rocket emoji action. Can we get a rookie? It's not a rookie. Oh, it is a rookie. Jalen McMillan for the Bucks. Holla. We take that. Blake Corum on the rookie recruits. Lad McConkey and Dallas Turner. Okay, Optic. Thanks for a little treasure there right before we get into the hobbies. Rams get a little another deed for Wise. And it's a very nice little rookie here for the Bucks. Is that you, Gabe? What's up, brother? Roquan Smith, Quay Walker, Jalen Hurts, Garrett Wilson, Best Tutties, Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans, Braylon Trice, and Mason Smith. And then there wasn't any retail. And like I said, that is the plan for the vast majority of this weekend, you guys. We may have a little bit here or there, but I'm going to focus on hobbies. That's where the stuff we want is. We can get a little deed out of it, and we'll keep retail present in the breaks, but just not a lot of it. I want to open hobbies like this one right here. And then we'll do this one, and we'll end in midnight. Good luck, everybody. That's an empty box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got all our packs. Now all we need to do is get all our autos. We start out with a Jerry Rice for the San Francisco 49ers. Chad Johnson for the Bengals. Malik Neighbors on the... Oh, it's numbered. Out of 250, Malik Neighbors. How about we start out with a Jaden Daniels auto to start our, the whole weekend out? How's that sound? Sound good? Okay, let's do that. Man, it's on card, but I think, like, these are the type of cards I'd probably try and slab. Me personally, even though it's not numbered. Who's that? Marshawn Lloyd out of 25 for the pack. And DJ James. No, it's not. But it's an excellent start to our weekend, I will say that. To see that gentleman pop up immediately, I like that. And a numbered Malik was in there with a DJ James. I guess there's going to be a Theo in here, isn't there? Barry Sanders. Ricky Williams. For the Titans, Eddie George after image, I think that's what that is. Mason Smith is our next auto for the Jags out of 150. 19 out of 150. On the silver Kamari Lassiter and Fuaga. That's right. There's going to be a Theo auto in here now. We got Jaden, so you know we'll have to get Theo. It's only fair. I don't think we're done in this box. You'd think it because Jaden was in it, but I don't think we are. Oh, this pack doesn't want to let go. Terrell Owens for the Eagles. Doug Williams for the Bucks. On the acetate card, it is Eric Dickerson for the Colts. The auto behind that is a Cole Beasley for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, you never know. That's going to the Cheeseman. Kurt Warner for the Cardinals and TJ Tampa for the Ravens. I don't know. Maybe Jaden was it. They're throwing Cole Beasleys at us. I don't know. Where's he even at now? He's not a Cowboy anymore, is he? Maybe he is. I don't know. Porter, you'd know. He's not a Cowboy anymore, is he? Sean Alexander, Jerome Bettis, Bills, that's right. Earl Campbell for the Titans out of 150. That's a legend auto behind it, I think. It's a good legend, too. 14 out of 50. Papa Kellen Winslow right there. That's going to Brandon. Not bad, bro. 14 out of 50. Bucky Irving on the Chrome and Dwayne Carter. Kellen Winslow. Earl Campbell for the Titans. See, that was a good pickup, D squared. They're already semi-paying off. But we got one left. So we got Jaden and Kellen. This could be just about anybody. Troy Polamalu. Lawrence Taylor. Emmett Smith on the total touchdowns for the Cowboys. Brandon Dorless. I was right. Wow, it's a gold auto out of 10. Hey, that's not bad. At least it's a gold auto out of 10, Fred. Behind that is Marshall Faulk out of 175 and Isaiah Davis. Out of 10. 4 out of 10. It is. You got the Falcons, dog. All right, let's move on to Resurgence now, and we'll end in that midnight. Good start. Good start. Stop it, Bethany. You stop it, ma'am. Madam. Mrs. All right, there's no RPA in this stack. 1, 2, 3. What? There's one. Ooh. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We got all our packs. Empty box. Anybody going into that shop, that break in there is for tonight. That's tonight's break around 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll get back on. Chris Carter, Keyshawn Johnson, Terrell Owens, Howie Long. What is that? Jalen Wright for the Dolphins, Kurt Warner, Chris Jenkins, and Michael Pratt. The Prattster. Ooh, little Marcus Allen. Randy Moss, Kurt Warner, Chad Johnson, Ed McCaffrey. For the Bills out of 275, Keon Coleman Voltaic. That looks nice, Scoot. We'll take that. Xavier Worthy and Ladd McConkey. Okay. Keon. Not bad, mate. And those selects I got, you guys, I didn't get a whole case. But what I did get came out of a fresh case. I just don't know what we have and what we don't have. Edgerrin James, Marshall Faulk, Lawrence Taylor, Jerome Bettis, Jared Wiley on the refractor, Anthony Richardson, Malachi Corley, and Tyrese Knight. And we have opened 2 of those so far. We've opened, right? Yeah, I think so. Of the ones that I got, and we haven't hit an XRC or anything. So just to kind of give you a baseline, best that I can anyways. Adrian Peterson, Isaac Bruce, Hines Ward, Will Levis. A Joe Alt on the refractor. A John Elway on the glimmer and gleam for the Broncos. Darius Robinson and Tommy Eichenberger. Berg. I keep saying Burger. It's just Berg. It's Eichenberg. Well, they're giving us decent base rookies. Now give us a little treat like that Keon Coleman was. Again, that break pinned at the bottom is tonight, 6:30. It is in the description as well. Doug Flutie, Mike Singletary, Troy Aikman, J.J. Watt. Tony Dorsett on the refractor. Circuit breakers, Devontae Walker for the Ravens. Pretty low numbered there. JBZ out of 75. Tyke Smith and Faltanu. Okay. And we'll take a Tony Dorsett as well. We haven't hit any autos in the right side here. We do have one more pack, though. Dan Marino, Drew Brees, Brian Dawkins, Frank Gore. Got a gold here out of 50. Junior, oh no, it's yellow. Out of 225, stop it, Bethany. Junior Colson, Brock Bowers, Bub Means, and Patrick Paul. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, are we due for something? There's going to be something over here. I can tell you that right now. Eddie George, Joe Montana, Earl Campbell, Charles Woodson. There should be an auto behind this. Charles Woodson on the refractor for the pack. And our first auto of the day is a Buffalo Bill, and it's a good one. Thurman Thomas out of 50, 10 out of 50 going to the Bills. Very, very, very nice scoot. First time, only new Primo Breaker in here. 10 out of 50, bro. We take those. Will Shipley, Ben Sinnott, and Graham Barton. Nice hit, bro. And Mr. Woodson. Barry Sanders, Michael Irvin, Thurman Thomas, Michael Vick. For the Cowboys, a Tony Dorsett out of 275 this time. Behind that's a Blake Corum. It is a refractor-wise. Anthony Gould and Javon Bullard. And Mr. Dorsett. I will do a recap for anyone that might have missed something along the way here. Bob Greasy, Jamal Charles, Fred. Did we get a redemption? Fred Taylor, Brett Favre. We do have a redemption. Okay. Jacob Cowing, Braden Fisk, Luke McCaffrey on the Circuit Breakers, and our redemption, Topps Online Redemption Card. Congratulations! You are due to receive a Resurgence Rookie Signature of Chop Chop going to the Dolphins, and that is Brandon. Holla, dog. A little chop chop action. And we got an RPA left, too. So, Chop Robinson, a Thurman Thomas out of 50. I like our chances still. I don't dislike our chances. There might be a deed in there. Ozzie Newsome, Bryce Young, Ray Lewis, Boomer Esiason. A refractor, Malik Neighbors for the G-Men. Ricky Parasol refractor for Fred. Luke McCaffrey and Nate Wiggins. and a Malik. That break pin in the shop is for tonight at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to get you a squad, but that's when I'll be back on. Joe Thomas, Antonio Freeman, Peyton Manning, Dan Fouts, refractor Josh Cribbs for the Browns. This card didn't. This wasn't actually here. Jaden Daniels on the conductors, Jatavian Sanders, and Terry Arnold. Didn't happen. Never happened. Never happened. All right, let's see what kind of trickeration RPA they got for us in here. Any predictions? Before we find out any predictions on what this RPA will be. Remember, what you have to go off of is Chop Robinson and Thurman Thomas out of 50. Some decent numbered rookies. So where are we at here? Who is this? It looks thick. It might be numbered. It might be numbered. Who is it? What's up, Big Mac? What up, Dow? He's calling McConkey. It's thick. Christian Okoye. Jerry Rice. Jason Kelsey will pull from the back. Whatever it is behind Tom Brady. Ray Davis for the Bills. Audric Estime for the Broncos. Bo Nix on the conductors. And it kind of looks like it might be like this. It is. And it's the team that Bethany said is in every break, has an auto in every break, and she's right. And this is actually pretty sick. 2 out of 10 RPA for Latu going to Porter. That's not bad. This guy's a good player. I know we don't get the defensive players don't get the props they should. This is a good card. 2 out of 10. See, Porter heard it, and he said, oh, I'll take that. I don't mind taking 2 out of 10 RPAs of the first defensive player taken in the draft last year. But we're not done yet. We got another hobby. And it's midnight. That's a good card. It is. All right. Midnight. This is where it ends, folks. Again, speak now or forever hold your peace. And if you don't get a piece of this, I will see it when I sort it, so don't worry about it. Also, I got a feeling some of y'all are at least in the next break, so, you know, your turn might just be next. But first, a little midnight. There it is. Empty box. Let's take a peek, see if there's maybe an RPA of some sort. There is an RPA. Okay. Good luck, everybody. First card up is Malachi Corley for the Jets. Not numbered or anything. And oh. Oh, na 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 na. Hi, everybody. It's not numbered, but it's an RPA. Behind old Jaden is a Green Bay Packer, an excellent Green Bay Packer, by the way. Look at that nice auto. Leroy Butler going to D squared. It's not numbered, bro, but the stroke of midnight auto, Leroy Butler, not bad. Ooh, what do we got going on here? Out of 50 for the Broncos, Audric Estime. Oh, boy. Star-studded Jaden Daniels for the Saints out of 149, Bub Means. And our last card is a Bucky Irving for the Bucks. That's kind of nasty, too. Wow, a good box. That was a good box. Good box. Good box. Fred, I appreciate you, bro. You stop by anytime. You don't have to get a squad. You can still come in here and talk trash to us. But I'll do a recap of this real quick. And then again, tonight's break is posted right now. I'll get back on around 6:30 to finish that up. I don't know how many teams are left. Thank you, Wise. But I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go take. I'm gonna do a recap, and I'm gonna go sort all this. Get it taken care of now. Appreciate you hopping in, Brandon. Are you in the next one? Not one Theo. Not one Theo. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. And the last one was Malachi. 2 Jadens, 1 RPA, 1 auto. And the midnight is a bonus. Whoever got the commander, since there's a rule in card breaking, I didn't know if y'all knew this, but if you hit a Jaden RPA and you hit a Jaden auto, any other Jadens you hit go to the breaker. If you go look at the rule books, that's exactly how it reads too. Had some nice cards in this, didn't we? This is going to be a nice little recap over here on this left here. And like I said, you guys, I'll be back on around 6:30. We'll finish that next break up. And then once that's full, I'll go ahead and drop tomorrow mornings as well. So you guys will have a chance at that, and I'll make a video for it. I'll make a video for tonight's too. But I'm going to go sort this first. Stay ahead of the game, you know. All right. Recap. Drew Brees, Ladd McConkey, Jerry Rice, Boomer Esiason, Eric All Jr., Antonio Freeman, Cooper DeJean, Steve Largent out of 399, Malik Neighbors, Cade Stover, Blake Corum and Joe Thomas, Jaden Daniels, Jatavian Sanders, Malik Neighbors, Tony Dorsett out of 275, Blake Corum, Charles Woodson, Brock Bowers, Devontae Walker, John Elway, Ladd McConkey, Xavier Worthy, Earl Campbell out of 150, Marshawn Lloyd out of 25, Blake Corum, Josh Cribbs, Jaden Daniels, Cole Beasley auto for the Cowboys, Malik Neighbors out of 250, Ladd McConkey, Ray Davis patch, Bucky Irving, Jason Kelsey, Kurt Warner, Eric Dickerson for the Colts, Eddie George for the Titans, Ricky Parasol, Tony Dorsett, Emmitt Smith, Marshall Faulk out of 175, Bucky Irving, Kurt Warner, Mason Smith for the Jags out of 150, Kamari Lassiter, and Nate Wiggins. And look at this little doozy stack we've got here. This is a good little stack here. This is going to be fun. Jalen McMillan, rocket emoji. Keon Coleman out of 275 for the Bills. Out of 10, 2 out of 10, RPA Latu for the Colts. Out of 50, starting running back for the Denver Broncos, Audric Estime. Legend Leroy Butler for the Pack. Legend Kellen Winslow out of 50 for the Chargers. Thurman Thomas, legend out of 50 for the Bills. Bo Nix. Chop Robinson, redemption. Bucky Irving. Out of 10, Brandon Dorless, gold auto. Bub Means for the Saints out of 149. Midnight, star-studded, Jaden Daniels. Malachi Corley. Jaden Daniels on-card auto. And Jaden Daniels RPA. Spladushka. And that was that. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you not too long from now. We're about 2 hours away from me getting back on. So remember, the break is already in there for tonight. I'm sure some of you are already in it. Some of you might not be, but I appreciate you hopping in this one. And then also I'll be back on tomorrow morning too. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy the little intermediary time here. And if you're in the next one, make sure and come back now. We got some more ripping to do. Thanks, Chris Saxon. Porter, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Brandon, Arkham, everybody enjoy the next couple hours. I'll be back shortly. Okay? I'm going to go sort this. All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, Scoot. Appreciate you, bro. Nice job. Found my break at the right time.